Hi guys, welcome back to the home and homestead. So today we'll be installing an irrigation system in our vegetable garden. As you can see, I have trellises and cages kind of laid out where I'd like them. The plants have not been put in the ground yet. I wanted to put down the system first, and I thought I could show you guys how this is done. Typically we would water using watering cans or a hose with a long extension wand, which is nice, and I may still do that from time to time, but we really thought it'd be helpful to have an irrigation system. Just turn the water on and have little spray nozzles water our garden when needed. So here is the irrigation system that we purchased. We purchased 2 kits, and we have one boxed open so we can show you what's inside. There's a hose here, and then all the little parts of the system. We'll get this set up and I'll show you in more detail how to install this particular kit. It's the Nelson Rainscapes Garden Watering Kit, and it's a sprinkler style watering system. Alright, so we have the irrigation system hose laid out roughly where we'd like it. It kind of runs through here and loops around the back. Then there's the second one comes here and runs, kind of weaves through some trellises that I'll show better later. We staked them down. The system comes with 5 metal stakes per set because there's 5 nozzles per set. But I purchased separately 100 landscape staples, and we use those mainly to secure the hose. And then we also purchased a Y hose splitter, and it has a shutoff for each of the hose directions. So we attached both the systems to this, and the input water will come to this point here. If we find that there's not enough water pressure, we can always shut off one hose and water that portion of the garden, then shut off that one and go to the other one. So we'll see how this splitter works for this application. So now we'll get the sprinkler heads installed into the hose. I have one installed here. We'll put the rest in and I'll show you the process of how that is. To install the sprinkler heads, you just twist off this top portion here, and it separates apart. And there's a very sharp metal portion here that's actually going to poke a hole into the hose. And this has a little U-shaped groove in it. So you'll put this stake in the ground, run the hose through this little opening here, and screw this end down, and that'll put a hole in the hose, and the water will come out the top. So let me install this one here. So I have the stake in the ground and ran the hose through that little opening there. Now I'm going to screw this portion on the top, and it will poke a hole in it. And there you go. The sprinkler head is installed. So each set comes with 5. We'll install the remaining ones here, and we're not going to use a little hook-shaped wire secure. The hook shape was a little too tight for here. These are the landscape staples that we've been using. Alright, so we have the irrigation system installed. So we ran the hoses, that horizontal trellis here, and one goes this way and ends here. The other one kind of zigzags around and ends there. And we have the spray heads here. This one we place so that hopefully when it runs, it'll catch those raised garden beds outside of the vegetable garden. The system I thought was quite easy to install, and I really liked the use of the landscape staples that I bought separately. They were easy to use, and there was 100 in a pack, so I didn't feel worried about using too many. So if you're going to be curving around, you might want a couple stakes extra here and there. And that worked out really well. And as I showed you, installing the sprinkler heads into the hose is really easy. The system also comes with these extenders that you can take the top cap off, and it adds, I don't know, about 6 inches. And you can add up to 2 of those, I believe, to each sprinkler head, so that as the plants grow taller, then the spray head would be taller as well. So I will link the irrigation system and the additional items that we purchased that we found helpful in the description box below if you're interested in trying out a sprinkler irrigation system in your garden as well. Hopefully this works well this year for our plants. And next step will be getting this garden planted with the plants and seeds. Okay, so as you can see, we have the irrigation system running and there's plants here now. So if you want to see the planting of the vegetable garden, I have a video for that. You can check it out. But this is showing the irrigation system in action. So we have a little sprinkler there and there, up farther, and all the way we're running this side of the sprinkler system right now. If you remember earlier in the video, we have a splitter for the hose, and we found that we have one side shut off, there's better pressure, and it gets to the plants a little bit better that way. So we had it running on this side. It did a very good job. It caught the raised beds in the back. Going this side now, it's catching the other raised beds that are just past the vegetable garden here. Let's see, there's a sprinkler way in back it's catching those real well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to install an irrigation system and seeing it in action. So far, we're very pleased with the results, and they will save many trips back and forth with watering cans. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. See you next time. Take care.